Hey everyone, this is John Trent with BountyOnTheComics.com, and we're going to talk to you about Star Wars, specifically Crybaby Rian Johnson. He's at it again. He just can't help himself. First, he's got to insult fans and calling them man babies. Then he's going to blame fans for why he's getting a critical lashback against his Last Jedi film. And now he's blaming Russian bots. And his proof is this like completely bogus. I mean, this is just bogus academic paper. I don't even. It's not even. I mean, the guy calls it an academic paper. This guy named Morton Bay. I guess he's a doctor. It says he has a PhD. I mean, I don't know what he has a PhD in, but this paper that he has is just complete and absolute bogus. So here's what Rian Johnson had to say about the paper and the critical feelings of many people in the Star Wars fan base and how much they disliked The Last Jedi. So here's what Rian Johnson has to say. A bit of Morton's research came out a while ago and made some headlines. Here's his full paper. Looking forward to reading it. But what the top line describes is consistent with my experience online. So this is, and he quote tweets Morton, and Morton's tweet says, here's my paper, final draft, on politicization of Star Wars fandom and The Last Jedi, accepted for pub in First Monday. It shows approximately 50% of criticism directed at Rian Johnson was political trolling, some of it likely from Russia. Also shows haters equals small minority. So Johnson is definitely agreeing that there's like political trolling and Russian bots are the reason why people don't like Star Wars The Last Jedi. This is just absolute garbage. This is the same stuff they've been throwing out like within the political sphere. They're now applying it to entertainment now. This is just absurd. But just to be clear, Johnson does go on to say, and just to be totally clear, this is not about fans liking or not liking the movie. I've had tons of great talks with great fans online and off who liked and disliked stuff. That's what fandom is all about. This is specifically about a virulent strain of online harassment. Well, that's not really true because the study has nothing to do with online harassment. It's, as you see, it's about criticism of The Last Jedi, which is what Morton Bay says. So if you actually look into Bay's paper, you can just, right off the bat, this is just absolute complete garbage. He says, the likely objective of these measures is increasing media coverage of the fandom conflict, thereby adding to and further propagating a narrative of widespread discord and dysfunction in American society. He then goes on to somehow connect his findings to the alt-right, stating, quote, persuading voters of this narrative remains a strategic goal for the U.S. alt-right movement as well as the Russian Federation. The results of the study show that among those who address The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson directly on Twitter to express their dissatisfaction, more than half are bots, trolls, sock puppets, or political activists using the debate to propagate political messages supporting extreme right-wing causes and the discrimination of gender, race, or sexuality. So he's tying criticism of a film to politics. Like, that's the purpose of his study, is to tie criticism of the film to politics. He's outright telling you that's what he's trying to do. So, I mean, you can just dismiss this study from right there, just because it's just trash, because he's already telling you what he's trying to hope. And what he tries to hope is what he like ends up saying are his facts in the study. This is a case of like, oh, I want to prove something, and then he goes out and like creates like a study to prove what he already wanted to prove in the first place, even though his numbers actually are just trash. So like, let's look at his numbers. Let's look at how he actually did this. So he says here, using Twitter's advanced search functionality, I retrieved 1,273 tweets tweeted directly at the director's Twitter handle, Rian Johnson, between December 13, 2017 and July 20, 2018. He also notes that he removes GIFs and meme images, as well as, quote, retweets and likes that appeared as individual tweets in the dataset. So he's only looking at 1,200 tweets. I'm pretty sure Rian Johnson had more people tweet at Rian Johnson than that. So he's already like creating a subset of people who are tweeting at Rian Johnson. He then removes GIFs and meme images, which are widely used to express dissatisfaction and criticism of films, or even praise films on Twitter. I mean, it's everywhere. I'm sure there will be like at least 10 comments on this video alone of people putting GIFs and memes about how they feel about Rian Johnson or just about me in general. So that's just like he's already limiting his section and then cutting out a majority of fans who are using GIFs to like express their opinions. But then he also says it was now possible to turn towards an analysis of the accounts of those users who had tweeted negatively. So after he breaks down the tweets, he then figures out who's been tweeting negatively, and he targets those those people's accounts, and then he looks at what else those people are tweeting about. And if they tweet about any kind of like politics or anything, that's how he's getting his like that, making the connection that they're alt-right or Russians or bots or sock accounts. So he's specifically finding what he wants to find based off of a limited subset of the tweets of his own choosing. So, I mean, there's just nothing academic about this. You want to look at more of the data and what Morton actually says from his paper. You can find that link in the description below. We have a full write-up on the site, bandingcomics.com. Let me know what you think about this Morton Bayes paper, and let me know what you think about Rian Johnson kind of using that paper to deflect criticism from The Last Jedi. He just can't accept criticism from anyone. He can't accept responsibility that he made a bad, terrible movie, and I mean, the Rotten Tomatoes reviewer ratings show that less than 50% of people did not like the film. So let me know what you think. You can tweet me at your thoughts, leave a comment below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Join our Discord channel. Let me know.